Residents celebrated Lake Orion's American summer with numerous activities, including several cruises on the lake, leading up to the spectacular dueling fireworks show.
Residents were invited to come out to the Orion Center for food, refreshments, and games during the annual Summer Sizzle.
The Lake Orion Wiffball Association raised money for a good cause during their annual Banquet and Championship Tournament.
And Orion Township officials broke ground on a new construction project on Brown Road.
Hi, I'm Melissa Kratt.
And I'm Shannon Line. We'll have those stories and more on this edition of ONTV News.
As we mentioned on our last newscast, Lake Orion's American Summer kicked off with the Lions Club Jubilee on June 22nd and continued through the 4th of July. Among the wide variety of activities planned during the 2-week period was a series of boat cruises on the lake. For the 4th year in a row, the Lake Orion Fireworks Association called upon CJC Cruises to launch the Grand Princess onto the waters of Lake Orion. The boat was launched on June 22nd and offered 2 weeks of theme cruises to area residents during Lake Orion's American Summer. Things kicked off with a Margaritaville cruise on June 23rd, and first responders were invited to take part in a free cruise on June 26th. On the evening of Tuesday, June 27th, fans of the movie Grease hopped on board for a Grease-themed event featuring John Travolta impersonator Phil Francavilla of Brooklyn. Dressed as Danny Zuko, Phil encouraged passengers to dance and sing along to songs from the hit movie.
So I come down, I do a very interactive show. Everything's interactive. I get people up, we dance. That's what's different about the whole thing. People just love to interact with my show. You know, it goes well beyond the regular singer or a person that you just watch. Every year after that movie was filmed, people just loved it over and over. So it's really not a shock to me because every decade that passed, it was just another decade that people enjoyed it. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and now the 40th anniversary of Grease is coming up next year. This year it's the 40th anniversary of Saturday Night Fever, and the both movies were blockbusters, so it was terrific.
Most of the cruises acted as a fundraiser for Lake Orion's dueling fireworks show, but some of them were free to first responders and veterans as a thank you for their service.
All of these events are fundraisers for the fireworks except the first responders. We give, the Lake Orion Fireworks leases the boat, and then we just let them use it. We get local restaurants to supply the food. We do pay for the entertainment, for the first responders. And tomorrow is Veterans Day. We have 2 to 4 o'clock afternoon, which we have food for them. Evening is 8 till 11, and that's all free to the veterans and their significant others.
There aren't many Lake Orion residents left who remember the days when boats ferried passengers from Greens Park to Park Island. The Grand Princess gives today's residents an idea of what that must have felt like. Flare Night is a long-time Lake Orion tradition that dates back to 1945, when Lake Orion residents celebrated the end of World War II. ONTV's Michael Abels hopped on board the Grand Princess to report on Flare Night 2017.
On July 30th, the Lake Orion Fireworks Association had their annual Flare Night cruise on the Grand Princess, which cruised all over Lake Orion. It was greeted with many people from young to old. The music ranged from old classics to newer hits. All of the money raised from this event went to the dueling fireworks show that would happen the next day. DJ Rolling Rock was the entertainer of the evening, and he kept the party going from 8 p.m. when they left dock all the way to midnight when they finally came back to shore. While on the cruise, they were greeted with jet skiers doing backflips for the patrons, and when dusk finally came around, so did the flares.
Yeah, Flare Night began before me, apparently before there were fireworks, and on the 4th of July, the people around the lake would light flares. Okay, and then as the fireworks began, my understanding is one guy started it, you know how that goes, and then everybody started contributing to him. Next thing you know, it was a huge event.
Everyone on the lake had contributed in some kind of way by either putting flares out in front of their homes or going on the boats and floating around with everyone else. It was a memorable night that will hopefully continue down the road. Reporting from Lake Orion, I'm Michael Abels for ONTV News.
On Saturday, July 1st, residents from throughout Metro Detroit came to Lake Orion to get a good seat for the annual fireworks show. Passengers boarded the Grand Princess around 8:30 p.m. and enjoyed music, food, and fun cruising around the lake prior to the show. For the second year in a row, the Lake Orion Fireworks Association put together a dueling fireworks show, courtesy of Ace Pyro. 2 barges were placed on the lake, one west of Bellevue Island and one near Park Island.
I don't know if people are aware, but we were named number 14th in the country last year in fireworks, ahead of Chicago. So, I mean, the thing is, we're very unique with the dueling fireworks, the 2 barges on each side of Lake Orion, shooting simultaneous shows, and we're very proud of the fact that we're able to raise the money through our donations and fundraisers to put on that show, because as you know, we don't take any money from the government. This is a show for the people, by the people.
At approximately 10:30 p.m., spectators enjoyed an incredible show that lasted about 30 minutes, capped off by a spectacular grand finale.
Years ago, a group of Lake Orion High School alumni would come together every year for their annual Wiffle Ball tournament. Over time, the tournament became a huge fundraiser for local charities. Recently, the group gathered together one more time for a special cause. This year marks the 10th consecutive year the Lake Orion Wiffle Ball Association has put on its annual tournament. On Friday, July 7th, a banquet was held at the Orion Center where players and family members enjoyed an evening of food and took part in a silent auction. The Wiffle Ball tournament started back in 2007 when Ryan Skalnick and his high school friends got together to play wiffle ball every summer, and it has grown ever since.
We started playing wiffle ball as high school kids, just for fun, and then it kind of grew and grew. We started having tournaments, and we decided to turn it into a fundraiser.
The tournament has evolved into a fundraiser benefiting different charities, including the Wounded Warrior Project and other organizations benefiting veterans. The Wiffle Ball Association has already raised $65,000 throughout the years and is looking to do more. At the banquet, the Orion on Deck project was announced by Township Supervisor Chris Barnett and the Daisy Project. Their hopes for the Orion on Deck project is to raise money for a new wiffle ball field for children with special needs and disabled veterans.
We decided we wanted to try to donate money for a wiffle ball field in our community so other community members could enjoy wiffle ball like we have. So from there, we've kind of teamed up with the Orion Township Parks Department and the Daisy Project to kind of create the Orion on Deck project that we just launched tonight.
The next day, players and family members gathered once again at the legendary Vandenboom Field for the start of the 2017 tournament. 32 players formed 8 teams representing various branches of the military. Advancing to the championship game was the undefeated Navy team to take on the 4-1 Marine Corps team. The Marines showed off their tremendous firepower at the top of the first inning by putting up 8 runs against the Navy defense. The Marines maintained the lead throughout the game, and the Navy found themselves down by 9 runs with one last chance at the bottom of the 5th and final inning. The game became a bit of a nail-biter as Navy managed to put up 5 runs, but the final out was made by Ryan Skalnick, who is not only the league's commissioner, but was named the tournament's MVP.
You know, I'd like to thank my teammates for playing excellent all day. A lot of hustle all the way around. I'd like to give props to Navy in the championship game. They had a hell of a team. And I'm just happy to finally, after 11 years, be a Lake Orion football champion. I want to thank everybody here. We raised a ton of money for the Orion on Deck project. So we launched the campaign yesterday, obviously. We're very excited about the project. We're going to raise a lot of money for an inclusive baseball/wiffle ball field in Orion Township. So that wouldn't be possible. The idea and the result is going to be from a lot of your support. So thank you guys.
If you would like to donate to the Orion on Deck project, you can go to patronicity.com/OrionOnDeck, and all proceeds will go towards the project.
Lake Orion residents are no stranger to road construction. Over the last year, Lapeer Road has undergone major renovations, and Baldwin Road will be experiencing improvements soon. Recently, Orion Township officials came together to announce yet another project. On Thursday, July 6th, Orion Township, the Corridor Improvement Authority, RCOC, and the Chamber of Commerce came together to celebrate the groundbreaking for the newest edition of improvements for the community, the Brown Road Redevelopment Project.
It's kind of a two-tiered project that we're kicking off. The first part is widening of this road from 3 to 5 lanes from Baldwin to Joslin, and then the second phase is the streetscape enhancements as part of the Baldwin project.
The groundbreaking was held at 313 Brown Road, across from Costco and other businesses. The Brown Road widening project will take around 3 months to complete. However, the Baldwin Road project will be closer to 2 years.
So, like with any construction project, people are gonna need to be patient. It's gonna be about a 3-month project here on Brown Road. So in the short term, they'll probably draw on people's patience a little bit, but long term, it's gonna be, I think, a huge benefit to not only the people that shop here in this area, but also live in this area, in order to be able to get in and out of their houses and these local businesses a lot easier. So.
For more information about the upcoming projects, contact Orion Township by visiting oriontownship.org or calling 248-391-0304.
Families looking for an opportunity to spend quality time together will be thrilled to know that Lake Orion's Gazebo's concert series has begun. On Sunday, July 9th, the Lake Orion DDA kicked off the Gazebo concert series at Children's Park from 2 to 4 p.m. Their first musical guest was Steve Taylor. Attendees were greeted with balloon animals for the kids and free popcorn. Prizes were given away at the intermission, and they also had a chance to get ice cream over at 20 Front Street, one of the many sponsors for this event.
Artist Steve Taylor, yeah, he's a local guy. He's played around the country, had a family settled down right here in Lake Orion, not too far from here, plays at CJ's a lot, and he's been at 20 Front Street before, and he'll be again in a couple of weeks with a singer-songwriter night. I think that is July 22nd.
Other artists that will be participating in the summer music series include Jamie Marvin, Escaping Pavement, and many more. The series runs until September 3rd.
Well, I hope that every Sunday that they have it brings out more and more people from the community once they realize, oh, this is going on every Sunday, and they have great entertainment. So I really hope that it just builds and that people, by the end of the summer, that this entire park is filled with residents and people that want to hear good music.
For more information about the upcoming musical guests and what to expect, contact the Lake Orion Downtown Development Authority by visiting downtownlakeorion.org.
The Orion Center recently hosted the annual Lake Orion Summer Sizzle. Not only were the hot dogs sizzling, but so was the weather, as it was a perfect day for this event. ONTV's Drew Dargaville was there to get the story.
On Thursday, July 6th, the Orion Center hosted the annual Lake Orion Summer Sizzle, put on by the Orion Township Community Programs. Hundreds of kids of all ages came out to this free event, which featured plenty of free food and snacks, carnival games, face painting, bounce houses, balloons, and much more. We caught up with the Recreation Program Supervisor for Orion Township, Jennifer Vesna, to learn more about this event.
The Summer Sizzle is really just a give back to the community. It's just our free summer event to bring the community out into the Orion Center, into the parks, and just give back to the community. That's our next event, is the Big Rig Gig. We'll have kind of the same thing. It's $5 at the gate, but all the activities once you get in are free, and we'll have dozens of vehicles for kids to climb on. We'll have pizza for sale through the concessions, and in the past we've had probably, maybe 3,000 to 4,000 people at the event.
Reporting from the Orion Center for ONTV News, I'm Drew Dargaville.
Thanks, Drew. For more information on Orion Township's upcoming Big Rig Gig event, you can visit their website at www.oriontownship.org/community programs or call them at 248-391-0304, extension 3500.
The Legacy Center in Oxford opened its doors in November of 2015, offering residents in North Oakland County a wide variety of family-friendly entertainment options. Recently, the Orion Area Chamber welcomed the newest business to join the Legacy Center family. On Thursday, June 29th, representatives of the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce gathered at the Legacy Center in Oxford to celebrate the official grand opening of Ideal Escape Rooms.
Well, it's awesome because we are in Oxford, but with the Orion Chamber, we've been wanting to spread the word and get the word out and invite everybody from Orion. So this was a wonderful opportunity. We appreciate it.
Ideal Escape Rooms is a family-owned business that opened its doors in October of 2016. Participants are challenged to solve puzzles and clues in one of 3 different settings: Mona Lisa is Missing, Escape the Wild West, and Firefighter Rescue. They also do their best to accommodate special requests like birthday parties and marriage proposals.
It's a live action game in a fully themed room. Our games are Mystery Detective, that's our Mona Lisa. Escape from Jail is our Wild West, and Firefighter Escape is another adventure game. And you go in the room and you just look around with your team and you're finding clues and you're solving puzzles and completing tasks and working together. Communication is really important. Organization is actually very important. And you're working toward a common goal. So whether it's escaping, like the jail, or finding something and returning it, like Mona Lisa, or rescuing victims in a firefighter escape. So. Lots going on. It's totally normal to feel like confused or wondering, what do I do next? Because there are no rules. There is no, you get a little background story and then you figure it out as you go.
For more information or to reserve a room, visit idealescaperooms.com or call 248-572-3999.
That's it for this edition of ONTV News. I'm Melissa Kratt.
And I'm Shannon Line. We'll see you next time.